Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of The Road to Glory. Now, today's video is powered by my sponsor Elgato Gaming and the HD60 capture card. If you guys out there would like to record your own footage just like I do, 1080p, 60 frames per second, all of that good stuff, then look no further than Elgato. I'll leave a link down below where you guys can go and check them out and pick one up for yourselves. So, getting on in to The Road to Glory then. Apologies that it hasn't been up for a few days now. I did a Twitter poll actually based on who should I have, Medel or De Rossi, after someone left a comment in the last episode. It was 60-40 in favour of De Rossi. Now, they were both roughly the same price, so I stuck Medel up on the market and I bought in a De Rossi because he's more of an all-out CDM apparently. I quite liked Medel, but I'm willing to give this guy a try because, you know what, it's sort of your series as well as mine, and I'm definitely up for suggestions of players that can improve my team. So that's what I've gone with to start things off. I also, after a few days, went and purchased a Joe Hart. He dropped in price somewhat because the tradable guaranteed inform SBCs had sort of come to an end, so his price was down as an 84 rated player. He had been at like 4.5k, 5k for a few days there, and because I didn't really get on with Perrin in the last episode, I decided to switch him out, and all in total that probably cost me about 1,000 coins to swap goalkeepers, but it's all good because we've got a couple of K in the bank which we've earned from, you know, playing some matches. Now what you'll notice is that you're not seeing weekend league gameplay. I literally did not have the time to play the weekend league. I know it sucks. I really wanted to. I wanted to try and bring that into this channel, into this series, should I say? But I literally just it didn't work. You know, I had a crazy busy week, and as a lot of you know, like I took a whole day out of my schedule on Thursday to drive up to Manchester to hand the Player of the Month award over to Zlatan and all of that good stuff, which was something I could just definitely not turn down. But what it did mean is that it pushed the work that I didn't get done on that day onto Friday and Saturday, and then I was also working Sunday as well, which means I literally had no time to play the weekend league. But another thing you guys had been asking for is what are my like player instructions. Now I don't usually use them that much. I don't know if it really makes a difference, but on my fullbacks I tell them to stay back as much as they can. I tell my strikers to stay central and to get in behind, and then like for my CDM here, I've told him to man mark, stay back, and then do conservative interceptions. I want him to follow the play rather than try and read it and then get out of position if he does it wrong. So we go on into our first game here in Division 3, and we come up against a pretty strong looking side. It's a 4-3-1-2 mixed between Premier League, La Liga, and he's somehow worked his way in a team of the group stage, Giuliano, who is a very good player, 5-star skiller, amazing stats on this team of the group stage version. So I knew I was worried. I was a little bit worried. And this game was horrible, so laggy. The input delay, the doing what you want it to do when you press the buttons just wasn't there, and I was so annoyed. And I could tell that both me and my opponent, both pretty alright players at this game, just weren't doing what wanted to be done. You know, it was horrible. You know, you try and do the odd Berber spin to cut, to open up some space and to make space for yourself, and he ends up not doing it, and it's extremely frustrating. I could tell touches were going left, right and centre where we didn't want them to go, and I think some of it must be down to my internet. I don't know what's wrong with it. I tweeted out a picture to you guys that I've got like 70 meg download and nearly 20 meg upload. I shouldn't be getting issues like this. Like, I have a wired connection to my Xbox, not quite sure really what's going on. It does, however, seem to get slightly better for a few hours if I restart the router, but that's like a 10-minute process for it to restart and all of that. I don't know. But this game, as you can tell, a little bit boring because neither of us could really break the deadlock because it was laggy like this. It was difficult to make space and earn, you know, get through these little routes and stuff, and genuinely you could just defend it. It was quite simple, to be honest. So not much opportunities going on for either side. The odd one or two here and there, but luckily both goalkeepers were having quite a good day, especially Joe Hart on his debut. He actually like kept me out of not losing quite a bit actually. This Giuliano just hit the underside of the bar, by the way. That was quite nice. Would have been a lovely goal. However, I would have been quite mad. Now we're in the 85th minute. It's sort of not really going anywhere. I play it back to Parolo, who takes an amazing strike, but it doesn't quite work out for us. However, Asamoah plays it into DYBALA. DYBALA to Cuadrado, back to DYBALA, who takes a long shot of dreams into the back of the net, and we do go 1-0 up, literally in the 88th, 89th minute, something very, very late. And I don't think I even celebrated. I don't really think I was even happy at this point. I was just relieved that we hadn't gone 0-0 in a really horrible, laggy match that would have just... Well, it had annoyed me. I was already in a bad mood from playing the first 88 minutes of this game. But at least it looks like we can come out of this game with the victory. And we do so. We do manage to get the win and get 3 points on the board. Very, very important 3 points, because we could have sort of started to throw away Division 3 at this point in time if we'd have lost. But 700 coins into the account. And as you can see, I mean... I probably didn't even deserve to win. He had 10 shots, 8 on target. A couple of them were crazy long shot opportunities, but still, he did have more shots than me. It was a very even game as well, so potentially wasn't mine for the win. As you can see, our Perrin sold, and we're back up to roughly the same amount of coinage that we had at the start of this episode before ever any of the transfers came in. And as you can see, this is where we stand in Division 3 right now. We have 12 points with 5 games remaining. I think we need 9, I think, in total to get, not to just get a promotion, but to win the championship. So 9 to win the championship. 6, I believe, to get promoted, and we have 5 games to do it. So if we play all right, we're in for some luck here. We could do it, you know. We could do all right. So I restart my internet and wait, you know, the 20 minutes or whatever, and then I go back into it and we try again. And we come up against a strong-looking Premier League side. Bailly and Smalling and Kante and Eriksson and Vardy and all of those players that you see all the time on this game. And he was a very strong opponent. This guy was the sort of player I absolutely hate to come up against, because he was patient, super patient, slow build up, don't lose possession, do the LTRT and drag the ball back as much as you can if you think you're in a spot where you're going to lose possession. And it was like, that frustrates the hell out of me. The one thing I need, apart from the game to not lag, is for me to be in control and not to give possession to my opponent. But after a bit of a lucky break, we managed to go 1-0 up in this game. Nemanja Matic finding himself in the right place at the right time, of all people. My most defensive midfielder of the 3 manages to get right into the attacking position and slot that one home. A tidy little goal after a couple of lucky bounces. So this game had been extremely close at this point in time. Both teams had probably had 1 or 2 shots on goal, meaning that I was quite lucky to go 1-0 up in this one. Martial finds Vardy. Vardy finds Bellerin, of all people, who slots it back through to an on-running Martial, who manages to stick that one into the back of the net, and this guy does equalise. A solid goal. I could not see that run from Martial. I was busy trying to mark the run of Vardy or bring a defender out to get the guy on the ball. I don't know. I messed up and left a pocket, which was all that guy needed to stick the ball in the back of the net. As you can see at half-time, I've had more shots on goal. He's had more possession, but as I said, he was that type of guy which was really holding the ball and just like dragging it back and doing anything to keep hold of it for the whole 90 minutes, it seemed like. I brought on Overmars at half-time. He seems to be a player that I do bring on. When I switch the formation of this Prem team in-game, I tend to bring Shaqiri off, bring Overmars on, and go like that. But as you can see, a counter-attack from one of my corners leads to Nemanja Matic, for my opponent, sticking the ball in the back of the net when he was the guy that scored for me. So Matic on both teams proving that he's a bit of a goal scorer today. And yeah, I'm now 2-1 down when I was 1-0 up. And that was literally from a counter-attack from my own corner. I hate that. It happens way too often on this game. Admittedly, sometimes for me as well. But I flip out. I flip out whenever it happens to me. I don't like it at all. And as you can tell, for the rest of this game, I was almost camped on the edge of my box. This guy was having lots of opportunities and literally did get the better of me, I would say. I did push the ball out to Overmars, though, who takes a long shot and it cannons off the post. If that one would have gone in, the story may have been slightly different. As you can see, the touches of both players were not too great at this point in time. And, well, eventually it goes out for a corner. I try and flick it on. Doesn't quite work, but it comes out to Luke Shaw, who bangs it straight into the hands of Begovic, I believe it is. Now, Overmars running. He does get past 1. He gets past 2. In between 3 and 4, but Chris Smalling manages to get in the way before I can unleash the shot. And if anything, it looked like my opponent was probably the more likely to score another goal than I was to get an equaliser in this game. Because as you can see, testing my goalkeeper time and time again, and the 90th minute whistle blows. We do end the game with a loss. We've got to you know, regroup, reshape, and start again in the next episode. Because this final episode of the day, as you can see, we did have quite a lot of shots, but my opponent, more possession, decent pass accuracy, 8 shots, 8 on target. Although he played quite boring football, in my opinion, he won the game, and he gets that W for his season, and probably works his way towards Division 2. So we're on 12 points, and we've only got 4 games left. We need to win 2 of those in order to get promotion, or 3 out of the 4 in order to win the championship. And with that comes 11,000 coins. But we have cemented our place of not getting relegated. We're going to be in Division 3 again if we don't manage to win the title or get promoted. And I think that comes with like 6,000 coins. So not all is lost, even if we do end up completely bottling this season and not getting much from it. So that's going to be the end of the episode today. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure you go ahead and smash a thumbs up on the series. I'd greatly appreciate it. Excuse me. And don't forget, of course, to subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.